Got your
I
last.
said since 2000 that KD's not a top 10 player.
Oh, Ron, why would you repeat that?
Are we talking about the same Kevin Durant? The same KD that's a 2-time finals MVP. That Kevin Durant, 2-time NBA champion, multiple-time scoring champ, MVP in 2014. The same KD who went toe-to-toe with Miami Heat LeBron James back in 2012. That KD isn't top 10? The same KD was able to score off the dribble, one of the best pure scorers the league has ever seen, isn't top 10 in the last 24 years? That's just blasphemy. There's no way you can say there's 10 better players over the last 24 years who are better than Kevin Durant. Before I jump to more conclusions, let's hear the top 10 to see if these players actually have an argument.
First guy is easy.
Okay.
Shaq.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll accept
The second guy is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe.
Okay.
The third guy is easy.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James.
Yes.
Okay.
So far, so good. Shaq, the most dominant player of all time, top 2, top 3 center of all time, MVP of the league, 4-time NBA champion. We know who Shaquille O'Neal is. Kobe Bryant, 5-time NBA champion, 1-time MVP, one of the greatest scorers of all time, top 5 greatest player of all time. Everyone knows who Kobe Bryant is. Also LeBron, same thing. 1 to 2 greatest players of all time, been dominant for 22 years. We know who LeBron James is. Now let's move to 4 through 10.
Yes.
The fourth guy is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're spitting right now.
The fifth guy is easy.
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry.
Okay.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell
I don't
no.
like that.
No,
I don't
No,
like.
no, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay.
I have no problems with Tim Duncan being at number 4. Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time, 5-time NBA champion, 4-time from that time period. We know how dominant Tim Duncan and the Spurs were. I have no pushback there at all. My problem lies at number 5. Not the fact that it's Stephen Curry, it's the people who reacted to it being Stephen Curry. Like, just look at how Chill, Mars, and Ox reacted to Ron saying Curry, making it seem like it's not a close conversation to be had here. I'm not saying it's clear-cut Kevin Durant or clear-cut Stephen Curry. There is a combo. It is crazy to me that they're having that much pushback on Curry being better than Kevin Durant. Last I checked, KD went to go join Curry, not vice versa. KD needed Curry more than Curry needed KD. Curry has 2 NBA championships without Kevin Durant. KD has none without Curry. Curry's a 2-time MVP to KD's 1. Remember, we're talking about who was greater throughout that time period. And if you want to go the stats route, from 2009 to present day, is averaging 23 points per game, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, shooting 47% from the field, almost 43% from 3, 91% from the free throw line, and 62.6% true shooting. With KD on the other hand, from 2007 to present day, averaging 27 points per game, 4.4 assists, 7 rebounds, 50% from the field, almost 39% from 3, 88% from the free throw line, and a true shooting percentage of 62. Their stats aren't that much different from each other. There's definitely a conversation to be had between them. KD's stats might look better, Curry's accolades are better. On the court, it can go hand in hand. It is a really close debate. That is why I find it concerning that they're up there reacting as if it's clear-cut KD, when it isn't. It isn't clear-cut KD. We know how great Wardell is. They're both dominating at their old age. Talking about, you're like, nah, it can't be Curry. Curry better than KD? What? Let's call all the bullshit out here. Let's Curry and KD are head-to-head with each other. I'm giving the edge to Stephen Curry off the simple fact he was just greater in this time period than KD has. Curry playing 15 years to KD 17 years. The gap between Curry and KD is very close. I'm personally giving the edge to Stephen Curry because in this time period, he has been the better player. We are talking about the greatest shooter of all time. The greatest shooter of all time. Not some random all-star in the NBA during this time period. No, the greatest shooter of all time, who also accumulated 4 NBA championships, a Finals MVP, 2 NBA championships in that process. That's enough between Curry and KD. Let's move on to 6 through 10.
Keep going.
Now, this is where things may get tricky, but it's going to be people that agree with me, and then it's going to be people with strong pushback.
Okay.
Yeah, well, thank you, Ox. The next guy, Kevin
Okay.
Garnett.
I'll accept it.
Okay.
Respectfully.
It's a little tricky, but okay.
Carry on.
KD better than
We
tricky.
got to 6. We got to 6.
Come on, Ron.
The next guy.
So hold up. I find it crazy that they had more pushback on Curry being better than KD than Kevin Garnett. That would also mean they have Kevin Garnett over Stephen Curry too. What are we talking about here? Kevin Durant is clearly a better player than Kevin Garnett. Similar career path to start, like Kevin Garnett being in Minnesota from the year 2000 to 2007, missing the playoffs 3 years, losing the first round 3 years, and making the conference finals once, and winning a MVP in that process. Comparing that to Kevin Durant's time in OKC, KD from the year year 2007 all the way up to 2016, making the conference finals, making the NBA finals, winning an MVP in that period, being one of the greatest scorers in the league from 2007 to 2016, and Garnett being one of the best defending bigs from 2000 to 2007. It is really close from then. In 2016 to 2024 for Kevin Durant, it's not close between the two. 2 Finals MVPs and 2 NBA championships, and it's still at an elite level 8 years after the fact. Still a top 10 player in this league. But Kevin Garnett after 2010 took a major drop off. You're basically comparing 10 years of KG to 17 years of KD. Come on. Kevin Durant was just a better player in those 17 years than KG was in the short 10-year time period. KG was even the best player on the Celtics. They won 1 championship after he teamed up with them. Lost in 2010 to the Lakers. 2009, they even missed the NBA Finals because KG was hurt. I'll admit that. But to sit here and say that Kevin Garnett is even close to KD is borderline disrespectful to KD. He's managed to keep up the same amount of scoring abilities throughout his career no matter what was going on. He is still an amazing player, still top 10 in this league, even in year 17. You couldn't say the same for Kevin Garnett after 2010.
I can understand the pushback, but I just got it. Give me Dwyane Wade.
No,
Give me 2009 Dwyane Wade over any version of KD. Give me 2009.
1 year, so we're doing 1 year. We're doing 1 year.
I said, bet. Look, we can't say
But you care about right now, so don't do that.
Wait.
No,
We
you
can't
can't
talk
about
about
1 year. I don't got 1 year. I got 5.
You care about right
Hold on,
now.
let him
You up here putting it up, but
No,
we're
I
at
don't.
7.
I'm not talking about who's been greater.
We're
since
at
2000.
7.
Because KD got 17 years. I'm talking
We're at
about who's
7.
better.
We're at 7.
They both
To
came in
you,
in 2000.
to you, give me
Keep going, Ron.
D-Wade.
We're at 7. Okay,
You might
we're
be
at 7.
cooking right now, Ron. Damn.
No, he's not
I
cooking.
am.
He's not
I
cooking.
am.
Here go.
Keep
go.
going, Ron.
Like I said, it's going to be certain guys who push back. Okay, I get that.
We at 7. We at 7.
We're at 7.
Yeah.
To sit here and tell me that Dwyane Wade is better than Kevin Durant, and to add to it, you want to justify by saying that you will take 2009 Dwyane Wade over any version of Kevin Durant when that wasn't your argument to start with. Your argument was that these 10 players are better than Kevin Durant since 2000. You never specified the individual peaks, you never specified individual seasons. You just say, oh, you said that these 10 players are better than Kevin Durant. I don't want to hear this bullshit of saying that this 1 year has been all KD's years. That was not the argument at all. Kevin Durant is a better basketball player than Dwyane Wade. I don't have to go into details. That should be a given. D-Wade the top 3 shooting guard of all time. But to sit here and say he's better than Kevin Durant is crazy. D-Wade's peak was only about 6 to 7 years. Because after 2010, when he sustained that knee injury, was going downwards ever since. And yes, he had a really good 9-year stretch after that. But D-Wade wasn't the same D-Wade past 2013. It was a clear fall off with Dwyane Wade, and to sit here and only focus on 2009 is complete and utter disrespectful to Kevin Durant. He had a longer window of greatness than Dwyane Wade did. Even with injuries, there's no reason to explain this even further. Kevin Durant is a better player than Dwyane Wade.
Swiper, go ahead and pick your head up.
Jokic. Okay, 8.
Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
This version of Jokic right now, no version of KD's played better than Jokic right now.
You got me. I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one, Ron. Nikola Jokic is better than Kevin Durant. I don't agree with the fact where he said that this version of Jokic is better than any version of Kevin Durant, which is true, but that isn't the argument at hand here. Nikola Jokic over the last 5 years, one of the greatest offensive players we have ever seen in this league, hands down. Not just the scoring, offense in general, and his defensive presence has gotten better year by year. It's hard to argue with the fact the man has 3 MVPs, maybe even 4 this year, and also has an NBA championship too. It's hard to deny the greatness of Jokic. It might be a bit premature, but Nikola Jokic is definitely a better basketball player than Kevin Durant is.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass you on that one, brother. That's crazy.
One
Ron.
more.
That's crazy, Ron.
I'm gonna have to say it, but Giannis Antetokounmpo is not better than Kevin Durant, man. What are we talking about here? I understand the argument, 2-time MVP, DPOY, 1 NBA championship. There is definitely a conversation to be had here. Am I willing to have it right now? No, I'm not. But Kevin Durant is a better NBA player than Giannis Antetokounmpo is. On the defensive end, it is Giannis. On the offensive end, it's Kevin Durant. I can see the argument. I just don't agree with it. Kevin Durant is better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now let's see who number 10 is.
This one about to say Russell
Harden.
Westbrook.
It's gonna be
He
hard.
about to say Russell
Last
Westbrook.
but certainly not least,
If you say Harden, not Westbrook, I'm gonna slap.
Hey,
him. I'm
boy.
sorry.
Mars, if he said it, send him to hell, Mars.
2017 was a hell of a year.
All right.
2018. Some things that happened in 2018.
Didn't Kevin Durant win?
But
Finals MVP that year?
2019, boy, the way that boy built that wall and carried that team to that championship,
Yeah,
and
you
the
spin.
whole
Yeah,
country
you
of Canada
spin, bro.
on his back, boy. Give me Kawhi Leonard.
Man,
I said it and I meant it. That two-way version of Kawhi Leonard, that monster right there. Give me that Kawhi Leonard over any version of Kevin Durant.
Hell no.
Any
You picking
version
year
of
by
KD.
year.
Any version of Kevin
Ron,
Durant.
Ron, you
version.
picking year by year.
I
You went
said it
against
and
your
I
own
meant
list.
it.
Ron, you picking year by year. You went against your own
Yeah,
list.
that don't make no
You went
sense.
mean
We're
I'm
just doing
picking year
peak.
by
Top
year?
10 higher peak.
You went peak year. You had to go peak year because there's no way you think Kawhi from the early 2000s to now is better than Kevin Durant. There's no way you
That's what I
think.
said. I said these
It's
guys.
no possible way.
I said I'm not counting the whole career.
So in the
KD's
last
played a
25
17-year
years,
career.
since
Obviously,
2000,
Kawhi's career
here we
doesn't
are.
stand up to KD's. Dwayne Wade and
Yeah.
injuries, his career
Why
doesn't
don't?
stand up to KD.
Okay, but if we're doing peaks, then
Then
yeah,
why are we
this is a
talking
different
years?
conversation.
That's a
This is
different list.
conversation.
What?
Because you're doing
That's
year
the
by
list I just
year.
gave
My
you.
career stand up to KD career, bro.
That's-
Don't-
And now the elephant is out of the bag. He admitted that the whole time the list was just peak for peak and not just who was a better player throughout the 2000s until now. That changes the whole narrative and the whole list is completely different now. Saying peak for peak is different than saying who was better. But in the beginning of the clip, he said, who is the better player throughout the 2000s today? He never said peak for peak. KG and D-Wade don't even have an argument for their peaks being better than KD's peak. Everyone else can make an argument or it's clear cut. But come on, man. The disrespect to KD, Ron, you are better than this, man. Anyways, guys, that is it. If you enjoyed the video, the link will be in the description down below. Shout out to Player's Choice. And always like, comment, subscribe for more. Go hard on them dudes. Salute.